Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Peace Talks. I'm your host, as usual, Oluwabukola Koka, and on today's episode, we'll be addressing a deeply important and often overlooked topic: gender-based violence in conflict zones. In many parts of the world, conflict brings not only physical violence but also a disturbing rise in gender-based violence. Women and girls are disproportionately affected, facing unique challenges that are often hidden from view. First, I'd like to say a really big thank you to all my listeners out there for your time, engagement, and responses, as they are highly appreciated. And let's not forget, I apologize for the quick break as we were working on some upgrades, but now we are fully in stock. So, understanding the concept of gender-based violence, it is rooted in gender inequality and power imbalances. It includes physical, sexual, and psychological harm that can occur in various forms, from domestic violence to sexual exploitations in different situations. In conflict zones, the risk of GBV escalates dramatically. Armed groups may use sexual violence as a weapon of war to instill fear, exert control, or even as a tactic to ethnically cleanse communities. Here's a case study. Take the situation in Democratic Republic of Congo, where countless women have suffered horrific acts of sexual violence as part of ongoing conflict. Reports estimate that millions have been affected, highlighting a crisis that demands urgent attention. The impact of GBV extends far beyond the immediate physical harm. Survivors often face long-term psychological effects, including trauma, depression, and social stigmatization. The shame and silence surrounding these experiences can lead to a cycle of suffering. Survivors of GBV, also in conflict zones, frequently encounter numerous barriers to accessing support. These include stigma, lack of medical facilities, and insufficient legal protection. Many women feel isolated and powerless, unable to seek the help they desperately need. Now that we've highlighted the severity of this issue, what can be done to combat gender-based violence in conflict zones? Here are some strategies. 1. Strengthening legal frameworks. So, the government and international bodies must enact or enforce laws that are specifically to address GBV. Legal frameworks should protect survivors and hold perpetrators accountable. 2. Supporting survivors. Mental health services, legal aid, and healthcare should be made accessible to survivors. Organizations working in conflict zones can play a crucial role in providing these services. 3. Let's talk about empowering women in conflict areas, because it's really essential. This includes promoting their participation in peace negotiations and decision making processes, ensuring their voices are heard. And 4, raising awareness. This is really important as well, because education campaigns can help change societal attitudes towards GBV. By raising awareness, we can combat stigma and encourage communities to support survivors. Now, as listeners of Peace Talks, I encourage you to advocate for your gender equality and support organizations working to end GBV in conflict zones. Every action counts, whether it's raising awareness, donating to relevant causes, or engaging in community discussions. Before we conclude today's episode, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on addressing gender-based violence in your community, or, globally, and how can we collectively work towards a more peaceful society? Feel free to reach out on social media at Peace Talks, that's Instagram, or you can just drop a comment and I'll reach out to you here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Peace Talks. Your support is invaluable as we strive to foster understanding and peace in our world. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to our next discussion. Until then, stay safe and keep the peace. Bye.